Oh my gosh, the game of the year, in my opinion. Kentucky versus Louisville. With me, I think you're on this side, Jimmy Jam, my man.
Yes.
What's up, Jimmy? What's good?
I'm doing good. The cold weather, it's not affecting me that bad as much as I thought it was. But right now everything's so heated up with this rivalry that I don't even care. I'm just ready for this game at 8 o'clock tonight. Super excited. It's going to be a great environment there. You're going to be there. I think a couple other people we know is going to be there and things. So it ought to be a great atmosphere. How was your day?
Oh, not too bad. Went to the KSR this morning. They always do every year. They do their live broadcast from Bear Nose right before we play Louisville. So it was great, and I've been up all night. And yeah, I'll just tell everybody I fell asleep, took a nap, and here I am. And
Well,
I'm good.
there ain't nothing.
I'm
There's
good.
nothing wrong
I'm
with that.
good. There's
You got to
nothing that can keep you away from this.
no. You got your power nap in. You're ready for the game. We'll be back on here. After the game, regardless, win, lose. But it's going to be exciting. I cannot wait.
Dude, I can't either. I mean, this is the game. And you were talking about, you're warm, warm and everything. Speaking of warm, our guys are heated over that case and prior comment.
Did you
Heated.
see? Yeah. Did you see when they asked Ortega about it, and he just kind of perked up and he kind of gave a little grin, and he didn't go elaborate like what Kaysen, Pryor did. He just kind of poked up and he said, "I can't wait to see him. I can't
Well,
wait
we're
to see him."
classy. We're
Yeah,
classy.
yeah. He
There's
didn't
no
do
way.
anything. Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't being like over extravagant and he wasn't talking trash. He said, "I just can't wait to see him."
That's something I love about our team is in the face of adversity, or if we're picked to lose, or anything, it ignites a fire in this team. And this team already, little brother, they've already got that that mentality. This is a rivalry. This is something we need to win. We want bragging rights. uh what's up, Travis? So he's already got that. They've already got that mentality. And then to have somebody throw fuel on the fire, that just makes us play even harder. What do you think?
Well, the thing is, even afterwards, he made that statement. Then, Pat Kelsey comes on and does like 100, word sentence about what happened and said, "I should have tackled him and not let him go out there." You know he was going to say something. And he did not play in the rivalry last year. He was hurt right before that game and never had played. And then he made a prediction that he would play in next year this game, and he just played a few minutes the other night. It's not like he started this game, but all of a sudden he comes out this. Now he makes all the pressure on the Louisville starters, and he is going to be coming off the bench. Kentucky's players is going to be hyped up right away. They're not going to wait for him to come off the bench to get excited for this game. They're going to be excited before they come off the bus.
Oh, they are. They are. They were excited last week. They were probably excited. Do you think that the excitement for this game was hindered in any way by it being so early in the season? Or do you think everyone is just as hyped?
I think they're just as hype as they would have been if it was in December or New Year's, right at Christmas, New Year's, about what we're used to this game. I think being this early, it's brought a little bit more excitement. All the college basketball analysis are talking about this game, the biggest game of the season tonight. And like you got Jay Billis and, the guy that's with Jay Billis all the time on ESPN, they're both doing the game. This is a big primetime ESPN game, 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Everybody in the nation is going to be watching this game tonight.
That's a fact. And Jay Billis is going to have to do without his ice cream.
Yeah. I'm not going to, don't bring it to him. You don't bring it to him. Somebody's going to probably bring him some soft serve, ice cream.
But not at the Yum Center.
No, not at the Yum Center because they ain't got, they don't have the good, soft serves that Kentucky does. So but he's going to be excited to do the Kentucky game. And yeah, I know they got us as underdogs. I saw it this morning. It was 5-point underdog for Kentucky. And then it went to 3.5. And then it went back up to 6.5. And I'm like, they're not giving Kentucky credit for nothing.
In the time that I was at the show this morning at Bear Nose having pizza at 9 o'clock in the morning, I watched us go from 4.5 or 3.5 to 6.5.
Yeah.
And everybody started freaking out. Is there something we don't know? And first, let me take a quick message to welcome everybody that's come in to join us. We're glad you're here on the day that we're playing the Dirty Birds. So, but, they were talking about it and they said, is there something going on that we don't know about that's making it like this? What? And, then they started talking rumor mill. You know how it always starts. They were saying there was a chance Otega wasn't going to play.
Yeah.
We all know Otega's playing. He's excited for this. And you know what being the underdog does to us.
Oh, yeah. Well, what it's going to do for Otega and the starting five for Kentucky. I mean, all these, even these players, Chandler, Travis, Jasper Johnson, Malachi Moreno, all them, I was thinking to Travis. I don't know why I was thinking Travis Ford, but, with Jasper, Malachi, and, Trent Noah, I don't know if he's going to play a lot minutes tonight, but when he does get on the floor, he's going to be ready to go. This is going to mean a lot for these Kentucky players playing in the Yum Center for the first time.
Yeah, and I do believe that Trent's going to play. I'm not really sure how many minutes I think he'll get, but they err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
We don't want to do anything. Like, this is a huge game. Yes, I get it. But at what risk? At what expense? You don't want to jeopardize anybody. Headed to the car right now, excited, go Big Blue. Moonshine Mafia, I'm going to be there. Look for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, okay. Key factors to winning today. I believe, everybody's talking about us hitting the threes. Okay. The last game, when we played against Valparaiso, I said we needed to go in the paint if we want to win. And what did we do? We were in the paint. Mm-hmm. Malachi was dunking. We were in the paint. I don't think this is going to be an outside perimeter shot, shooting game. I think this is going to be dirty and down and physical. What do you think?
I've got 5 different factors that, is always going to come into every game. But right now, our first thing is defense. Guard, have our hands up as soon as we cross half court in the shooters, in their face, and get the defense going right away. And then, control the turnovers, a rebound, limit Michael Brown. If he scores 32, I don't think the rest of the team, they're not going to get enough shots to be able to beat Kentucky, but still control him, keep him down to like 10, 15, points. And then, get with Jalen Lowe. I don't think Jalen Lowe is going to be guarding him. I think Aberdeen probably will guard Michael Brown. But, Jalen Lowe pushing the pace. This is going to be a great win. The transition game is another factor that I've got.
Yes. And that's going to be huge. Plus, the fact that, of course, we're always going to say our team's better, but our backcourt is truly better. When you got Otega and you've got Jalen Lowe together, and you've got Mo Diabate, you've got all these guys that can all work so well together. Our bigs are going to have to block that. You're right, Kevin. That is huge. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you who I think might have a big game. I don't think it's necessarily going to be the highest scorer, but I think as far as being necessary, BG. It's a game that BG and Moreno need to be physical. Like the time for training wheels, the time for we're just getting into this. No. The time is now. Training
Yeah.
wheels need to come off. This is important.
Yeah, these two, they need to be the two-headed monster now. And, until JQ gets back into the fold, they need to be the two-headed monster coming off the bench, whoever starts, whoever comes off the bench. And then you got backups with Mo Diabate. You got, Yelovich that can come in and be backups also. This is our front court should dominate tonight.
Full court press is going to be huge.
Jalen,
Mo is playing tonight. Yeah, there's no reason that he wouldn't.
Yeah,
I have not heard that. I've been watching all day. I have not heard that anybody is questionable for tonight. I've heard as far. Yeah. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I haven't heard the starting five if he's going to be starting, but I would figure he would maybe start. But if he comes off the bench like he did against Valpo, I'm happy with that also.
As well as he did, I almost don't want to change it and jinx it.
Yeah, I like to keep the same.
Keep everything the same as it was last week. And Cam Williams, we love you, Cam, but you need to be physical in this game tonight. You need to step it up a little bit, mister. You're going to have a breakout game. We can feel it coming. This may be what it takes. It may be this style of ball to get him to, actually get a little more physical, because I think that's going to be key. He's going to need to get up in there. Nobody's expecting him to shoot. So you take the guy that hasn't made any all season, you give him the ball, and he has a breakout night. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, he thrived in games like that at Tulane when it was up and down, crazy, helter-skelter, and wide open threes and things. I don't know if when we could, I know control the transition and Kentucky get more off of the defense, getting into their offense. I believe we're going to have a lot of wide open threes, and I believe with Jalen Lowe, he's going to get to his spots and make sure that our players is getting the ball in the right position and they're taking easy, uncontested shots. And please, if you have a shot tonight, any player that's listening to me for Kentucky, take the shot. Do not, if you got a good shot, don't pass it up for a better shot. Sometimes the shot that you've got is just as good as the pass up.
Right. And, and that is important because the percentage of ball handling tonight, the time of possession is going to be huge, because this is going to be a close game. This is not going to be a blow away run out for anybody. It's going to be a close game. Want to say again real quick, thank you everybody that's watching us right now. We really appreciate you. Yeah. If you get a chance, and I know it only takes 1 second, please hit the like button, subscribe, send it to your friends, send it to your family. But yeah, we are, Peanut. We're going to ruin their whole year. That is a fact.
Well, Peanut was talking about, Birdman. He's talking about Kason Pryor, but I think Kason Pryor is going to get hit a few times by big guys like Mo Diabate. I don't know if he wants to take Mo Diabate one-on-one and try to take him down. I think he's going to be bruised up, black and blue, all next 2 or 3 days if he takes on Mo Diabate.
Yeah, definitely. They will be so lost if they lose. I mean, I live in Southern Indiana. I'm close enough to there. I hear it. I've already had people giving me grief out here today and out in public. And it's like, please, little brother, you'll be okay. You'll have time to heal, because you're not going to win.
Well, they wanted to play the game early, so that I guess they wanted a little bit more time to heal before the season actually got started in the ACC.
Well, this was actually an ACC decision on the reason that it was so early.
Yeah,
because of scheduling issues with ESPN. We found that out today. So in case everybody's wondering, it's scheduling issues with ESPN with the ACC, and that's why this game is being played early. Yeah. So for everybody saying it's so they didn't have to play against JQ, no, not really.
No, not really. I kind of thought it was a scheduling, controversy.
It definitely is. So let me just say real quick, Kason Pryor looks like Dennis Rodman and MGK had a baby.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just
I
glad
can't.
I'm glad he just don't have that white hair that he had last year. That was just that even made him look worse. At least this year he doesn't have the white hair. I have to watch and see all 40 minutes of the game.
It's not much different. It's not as bad, but it's still not much different.
No,
Bubba,
no,
lay
it's
down.
not.
So Phil, don't worry. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I have bad nerves too, and I'm walking into the Yum Center.
Well, we're all going to have bad nerves. There's going to be bad nerves on both sides of the basketball tonight, especially the first 5 minutes until somebody gets into a groove. And what team gets into a groove first, I believe, is going to take over and probably lead at halftime and have the momentum going into the second half. But this is going to be a great game. I'm nervous. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm nervous, but nervous turns into excitement, and once we tip off, it's going to be crazy.
I mean, how long has it been since we've had that butterfly feeling in our stomach before a game? Years. It is a good kind of feeling to have back.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
since 2009, we have won 15 out of 18 games. They've only won 3. In the last 5-7 years, I've never been scared of this game one bit, whether they played it in the early part of November or the end of February. I didn't care because we was going to beat them no matter what.
Well, odds are we are, but
Mhm.
it's more about the anticipation.
Yeah.
It's more about that rivalry, the bragging rights for the state. It's all about that. This game is so much more than a ball game. But then to a Kentucky fan, every game is so much more than a ball game.
Yeah. I mean, this
it's
year,
life.
yeah, this year it's been hyped up. I mean, everybody's talking about this game. That's why it's got the jitterbugs and the butterflies and excitement and everything. And right now Kentucky is ranked number 1 in the Ken Palm. I think Louisville is ranked
12.
number 12. Well, that's their rankings.
Well,
I think they're ranked
yeah.
16 in the Ken Palm, but they have an offensive rating of like in the top 3, and our offensive rating is in the top 4, but our defense is at like number 2, something like that. We should have the advantage according to Ken Palm, and Ken Palm usually is pretty much predictable about with these games.
It is, but I don't think when Louisville plays Kentucky, I don't think there's anything that you can predict.
No,
no. I think if it can happen, it's going to.
It's going to happen, and there could be a swing in the game that you never know about, and a team could be up by 3, and all of a sudden they're down by 8.5, 9 points.
Yeah, and I think that one of the keys is we need to get out early.
Yeah,
get the lead and not lose it.
Just like the PALPABLE game. Yeah.
Did y'all talk about the spread jumping to 6.5? Yes, Todd, we
did.
Isn't that crazy that
Yeah, I can't believe it went from 3.5 all the way up to 6.5. And I was like, man, that's a big swing, because they was even talking about that on the show today, a betting show that I had on my phone. And they said the majority of the people's putting more money on Kentucky to win. But then they said somehow everything's going into Louisville's way. So there's got to be something that's going on.
When we were talking about it earlier, at that point, the money that was bet on Louisville was up to 88% bets on Louisville.
Really? Okay. At one time I saw it was like 76, 77, something like that. Yeah.
I'm not betting on us because, and even though this is a sure bet and it's great odds, and if I bet on us, we lose. So I'm not doing it anymore. It will not happen.
Yeah, I don't ever bet on the. Usually, I thought about putting a $10 bet on Kentucky to cover, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that now because I don't want to jinx us from being able to win.
You would jinx us.
Yeah.
ACC refs, Carl. I would rather have ACC refs than to have Doug Shaw.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know.
They got ACC.
See, at one time, I thought they said that either team could not have SEC or ACC, that they
It
had to
has to
have
be.
Big 10 or a Big 12 officiating crew, Big East or something. But I don't think it can be part of SEC or ACC in this game.
Yeah, I don't even bet props, Todd. I don't bet any of it because anytime I do, it goes the opposite of what I do. So everybody be glad I'm not betting. But Jimmy, I think you're right. I think they have to have neutral refs
Yeah, it's got to be neutral refs.
When you've got two different conferences playing each other. I think you're right. It does need to be neutral refs. So let's get into who do you believe is going to be the MVP tonight?
I'm gonna go with Ortega. Yeah,
guys, I want to know your thoughts. Who you believe will be the MVP tonight? You're going with Ortega.
I'm going with Ortega. Like I said before in our discussions of other games, the Valpo and them games. I don't know if he'll be the leading scorer, but I think he'll be the all-around, player for this game of doing everything defensively, getting to the basket, driving, taking over the game, getting some steals, just doing the all-around, aspects of the game for Kentucky to win this game.
Right. Kevin's going with Chandler. Okay, so
he's been shooting the ball well.
He really has. I'm probably gonna have to go with 2. Because I mean, if you go defensively, I think Mo's gonna have a big game, or BG. If you go Walker Horn, okay,
he might
John,
be the MVP.
I see you.
Yeah.
But if I have to go with I think overall, I'd like to see Mo have a great game. I do believe for some reason that it's going to be Aberdeen. But
Aberdeen
then again,
have a big game. Yeah.
But then again, Jalen Lowe put 16 points on him last year. Can I just say I can't pick one?
I don't know.
Leave it at that.
I'm just putting in, Ortega because that's who I think is going to play real well because of the statement he made that I can't wait to see, Case and Pryor. And he it's not just because of him, it's the whole Louisville team that he can't wait to see him.
Yeah, and he can't, the whole team can't. I think it's going to be one of those where they're going to be playing with ice in their veins, like ice water run, like no fear. This is huge. This is very important. Okay, score predictions.
I got Kentucky 81-75.
You think we're going to score 80? You think it's going to get up to 80s?
I think it will towards the end of the second half. I think Kentucky will make a couple good spurts. I think Louisville will make a couple, but I think it's going to be like a 5-6 point. I think it's going to be up and down. I think once a team scores, the other team's going to be scored. It could be a defensive battle where it does get down into the mid 60s. It could be, but I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a little bit higher scoring. They had the over under at like 165 points.
It's at 174.
174. So they're predicting a high scoring game.
I think that's high. I think that's a little high for what I believe it's going to be. I think it's going to be back and forth, back and forth. Chris says he believes it's going to be a free throw game, which I've said that.
And we need to hit our free throw.
And I'm glad we shot them well last game.
The last game, we missed, three free throws.
Yeah, and that's it. That was a huge improvement on what we've had. And I think that's going to be a key factor tonight, hitting those free throws. Everybody's staying in the low 80s and the upper 70s. For their predictions. I'm going to say earlier today, I was like 84-77. So, 80s-ish. And I think, like you said, that the last part of the game, we get on that run. I think that's when the score goes up a little bit.
I think that's when Louisville is going to get tired and Kentucky's going to make a run because we're going to be a lot deeper.
They may have 11, but we have 14, 15. So
Yeah.
those extra three guys are really going to make a difference. But what I want to see is I want to see us come out and play physical, and I want to see us get them in foul trouble.
Yeah, get them in foul trouble.
We have so many fouls to be able to use. 86 UK, Louisville 82. Okay.
There's another matchup I do want to see Jasper Johnson guard Michael Brown, because they both played with each other in the Switzerland for the under 19 USA, and they played great together. I want to see a match up against each other and see how Jasper guards him on the perimeter and how Michael Brown guards Jasper on the perimeter.
Well, and that's going to be huge. That's going to be really, really important, is the fact that they played together, because they know how each other plays.
Yep.
You know, you've got Jasper Johnson. It's like, okay, he knows how Brown plays.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of those, he's played with him. He knows how to guard him. I really think that's going to come into play in this game more than people think it will.
And which ones has gotten better since, the summer?
Right.
Has Jasper
improved more?
Yeah. Has Jasper gotten better on defense or better on offense? Has Michael Brown got better on offense or defense? And then see how they play against each other in a head-on-head game there.
Todd says he thinks that Aberdeen needs to be on Brown.
Oh, yeah, I agree from the beginning. But if we do switch and Jasper is on Michael Brown, I want to see him do real well. But I think Aberdeen will start on him. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're just going to switch it in and out, just like we did with Valpo when the guys came in and out. I think it's just going to be a matter of just switching. Defense is going to be key. And if BC was here right now, he would be defense.
Oh, defense.
Because you know how he is about defense. But I think this is one of those games where it is going to be huge, because it is going to be such a physical game. But I don't think shooting 33s is our answer. I'm going to say it just like I said it last week, and I will preach this every single time. In the paint. If you go in the paint, you can pull guys away from the perimeter and dish it back out if you have to, and your guy's got an open shot.
Yep.
If you're in the paint and you go for the basket and you miss, odds are you're drawing a foul. So you're going to get points if you make your free throws. And if you make the basket, then it's an and one. So I think that going in the paint is going to be more guaranteed points for us tonight. And I really want to see Malachi have the game he had last week.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I believe, that is everything that I have, everything that I had written down, that you sum most of that up. I hit my light off here. Hold on just a second. I got to turn my light back on.
While Jimmy's turning his light back on. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
There we go.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, with I believe as long as we control Louisville from shooting, they might want to try to take 30, 35 shots. We can't let them shoot 45% from the field. If we can hold them to like 9 or 10, 12, and we can still hit 9 or 10, 12, then that negates each other, and we're going to win the post game.
You know what, Todd, you're right. Jelly could have a sneaky good game tonight. I mean, this might be his type of game. And we know if he does, he's fast. And see, that's something else that I think is going to be good for us. They're talking about Louisville has 11 steals. They got 11 steals. If we're faster, it's not going to matter, because if we keep the ball movement going like Mark Pope wants and don't be dribbling a whole lot, as long as you got that ball moving, they can't, you've got a better chance of keeping the ball and going to the basket. So I do really believe that ball movement is going to be a key factor tonight as well.
Yeah, I want to see. I mean, the teams that Louisville has played, they didn't get a lot of pressure. I mean, they tried a little bit here and there, but it just didn't affect Louisville. I want to see what it is. Louisville's averaging 13.5 turnovers a game. We're only averaging like right at 9. 8 point something, 9. If we can get them into turnovers, which I think these young players, and they have not been into a full crowd at the Yum Center going crazy, especially when you got a lot of Kentucky fans is going to hear blue, white, blue, white when Kentucky's going crazy. That this is going to be a little bit of pressure on Louisville just as much as they think it's going to be pressure on Kentucky.
Yeah, it is 20 plus assists. That would be wonderful. We definitely need the assists. We need to keep, the turnovers down. And I don't think that's going to be a problem. We've been doing pretty good at ball handling. It is 6:33. We'll go for about another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And then we'll get off here so everybody can do supper, whatever you got to do before the game. I'm going, so of course I have to get there. So, but we'll keep going for about another 10 minutes. If anybody has any questions for us, we can take a couple questions.
Yeah, Kevin, I know when Jasper gets in there, he's going to be excited. He's going to try to, keep the momentum, the rhythm going on for, whoever he replaced and being, on the floor. He cannot overdo things. Yeah. Make the easy plays, the simple plays, the ones that brought you into being a great basketball player. Don't overdo it. Make the simple plays, make the open threes. Yes, don't take contested threes. Get the easy dunks, easy layups.
Well, I always, and this is a game for our wings. That is true. I thank you, son of a gunner. I appreciate it. I think the guys sometimes get in their own head, as far as I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to make this look good, I got to do this. I think tonight calmer heads will prevail. I think that Jasper is going to, I think when Mark Pope is saying take 33s, that to me opens the door for rush shots. But if we do a lot of backdoor screens and things like that and get, pull the guys in and then dish it back out, we have a better chance of making those shots. So yeah, they were doing that outside the Yum Center.
And I don't want to be out in front of there. Sneaking on from the side.
Right. And I think the fans are going to play a huge part today.
Yeah.
In this game.
I believe it is.
If we can turn the Yum Center blue, what kind of message does that send? Because they really have not been filling up the Yum Center. They've had a lot of empty seats, which leaves a lot of room for the blue.
I watched all the games Louisville had, and there was a lot of empty seats on the floor. I mean, just right behind me where you watch on TV, there was 15, 18 seats in a row. Nobody was even sitting there. And I'm like, what is going on? Why is Pat Kelsey having to go to the library and to the cafeterias and give out free tickets and stuff like that? How come the fans don't want to go watch this game? This is supposed to be one of the biggest watched games and the best Louisville team they've had in 15, 20 years, and nobody's going and watching the games.
Right. And that's, it's because such letdowns, it's kind of like you get to the point, but one thing is for sure that no matter how we're playing, Kentucky fans will still show up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't, son of gun, I don't think we'll shoot 33 threes this game.
No, U of L shot 33 in their last game.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But no, I don't think we will. And I don't know that if Louisville takes 33, I don't think that they're going to hit even half of that. I think we're going to have a great on-ball defense.
We shot 28 before, and I think that's a good number,
depending 28.
On how. But we had so many points in the paint. And there again, we had more points in the paint than we did anywhere else. Dude, you want your blanket? Get off my jacket. Get off my jacket. Here, you can have your blankie. I got to get him ready because he knows I'm leaving and he don't like it. There you go, Bubba. Get under there.
Yeah, we need
goes in and.
I know we need to play clean ball. I think they asked this last night on the show. I think everybody's asking over or under 3 technicals in this game.
I'm gonna go with under.
I'm gonna go under also. I don't think it's going to be any on like Mark Pope or Pat Kelsey. There might be one on one of the players or something like that. Maybe a double technical that goes one player and then the other player. Both of them get flagrant foul, double technical, something like that. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I think the referees, once they see something start, I believe they're not being ACC or SEC referees. They're going to jump in and say, "All right, we're going to take care of this right now."
Yeah, I do believe that's going to happen. I'm still going to say I would really like to see one of those Boogie Cousins elbows to Case and Pryor.
Case and Pryor, yeah. I'd like to see it be Mo Diabate.
That's what I was going to say.
That's who I want to see. That's who I want to see.
I mean, because Mo is a concrete wall.
Yeah, he's a house. He's a brick wall. Yeah.
He really is. Kentucky needs to play their own basketball and they will win tonight. Yes, if we control the pace and we control the game, we have no issue winning.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hope Pryor. Yeah, I hope Pryor gets one, and I hope Garrison doesn't get one. I hope he calms his head down just a little bit, just in front of him, almost getting the technical. Say, okay, I'm done. Hey, I'm the better player now.
Exactly, and I hope that. I'm sure our team has learned from what we've done, in the past games. I know they're very quick learners and they fix things really well. So takeaways for tonight, make sure. Yeah, I see BG and Pryor both getting one. Yeah,
for sure. It could be. Yeah.
But I'd like to see it be Mo. I mean, because I just want to see how physical he'll get. I want to see if he's a DeMarcus Cousins physical or an Alex Poitras physical.
One of the two, yeah.
Because he reminds me of Poitras.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His demeanor, his style of play, he just reminds me of him. But it's 20 till. I love you guys. Please hit the like button. I know this was a short show, but guess what? The post game tonight is going to be on. You'll get to see us all again, and we'll be celebrating that win. Because the Cats are going to get that W. I'm super, super excited. I want to thank everybody for being here. I know it was short, but I got to get myself to the game. We love you guys. We thank you. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Jimmy, thank you so much for being here. As soon as I get back from the game tonight, I'll try to join in. L's down, y'all.
Okay, we just yeah. I got some things I want to get done before. Yeah.
So we'll see you guys soon. Go Cats!
Go Cats!